The default policy of Iptable is always set to accept. Does that really pose any form of insecurity? So today we'll be looking at IP tables. Actually, we have other tables like the NAT table, we have the mangle table, but specifically today we'll be looking at IP table, how we can install it, and then how we can also use it to secure our server. So let's get right into the terminal.
Okay, so in this session, I'll be showing you how to install and secure a Linux server using Iptables. Now, Iptable here is one of the most powerful firewall tools in Linux. All right. So first off, we'll start by installing Iptable and then enabling it. But before then, let's update our server. Sudo apt update. So this is going to update our server. Now, what I want you to understand is that Iptable usually comes pre-installed on most Linux distributions, all right? But if you don't have it installed or if you don't have it available, we are going to run a command that is going to get it installed, and that will be sudo apt install Iptables, all right? Now, after that, I need you to understand that there is no special service to enable it, all right? Once Iptable is installed, you can start working on it immediately. I still have 6 packages to be upgraded. Then I can do this with sudo apt. Okay, so clear screen. Then we can run our sudo apt install Iptables. Let me use -y. Oops. Okay, sorry, I made a mistake. Install. Okay, so I have it installed already. Iptable is already installed. Okay, so I have it installed already. So we can start working. So like I said before, Iptable comes pre-installed on the most Linux distributions. All right, but if it is not available on your own, this command that I just ran, sudo apt install Iptable, is going to get it installed on your system. And then after installing it, you don't need any special start or something. So the next thing we're going to look at is listing out the default table policies, and this can be done with sudo ip table iptables dash capital L then N. As you can see, by default, Iptable uses filtered table. So we have the filtered table and then we have the mango table, but by default, Iptable uses filtered table. The filtered table contains 3 main chains. We have the input chain, we have the forward chain, and then we have the output chain. All right. Now, on a fresh installation, the default policy is usually set to accept. For example, from the input chain, our policy accept, the forward chain policy accept, the output chain policy accept. Now, the challenge with this is that the server is currently insecure because it accepts all incoming connection without any restriction. That's the challenge with this current setup. All right.
So now, when setting up your IP table for the first time, it is advisable to keep the default policy on accept. This ensures that you do not accidentally lock yourself out of your own server, especially if you are actually using SSH connection and maybe you did not remember to explicitly allow your own SSH traffic. However, to secure your server, make sure to update your IP table rules. to drop all inbound traffics and connections that are not explicitly defined or required for your server's operation.